be a free week for everybody, and no one has to be weird. Everyone can be cool. It'll be huggy, charades every night. And then you guys can get back to the battling. The dilemma in my mind before that is whether season 6 is together or not, people are under the general perception that they are together. And it's not just me and Mike Boogie. I think a lot of people are feeling like that. Kaser pretty much, once again, this is just my opinion, bought himself a week by not putting... If season 6 wins an HOH next week, Mike Boogie and I go up. We know that.
That's not true. I'm personally going after someone else.
Oh. Then this might be really convenient for you. But we feel like if someone from season 6 goes up, wins HOH, Mike Boogie and I go up, which is fine. I go home, no big deal. Everyone continues. But, and I can't speak for anyone else but myself, if someone else in the house wins HOH, there's going to be a lot of pressure on them to put up 2 people from season 6.
What, from you two?
Pressure from us? No. I think that, you said you were put in here together, and maybe you're not together, but you're all friends, and it seems like you're real cool with each other.
You three are friends. Should I assume that you guys are in alliance?
You can assume Mike Boogie and I are, and you can assume we're real cool with Jase.
You guys hang out all the time.
Well, just to answer your question, I don't think anyone, this is a savvy group of people, I think everyone would be really nervous to be sitting in the final 2, and although that is eons away, everyone would be really nervous to be sitting in the final 2 with 3 members of season 6 sitting on the jury. That's just it's math. And I think you guys are all cool enough with each other because you just got off this experience that no matter what happened, unless it got really ugly, I think you guys would vote for each other. And I think that...
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
I'm not accusing anyone being in an alliance, but it speaks volumes when Kaser wins the HOH and you and Howie run up and start hugging him right away. And it's not... I wasn't the only one who saw that. The whole house saw that. And once again, I can only speak for myself, but I think almost everyone here thinks if they win HOH...
Well, I normally just hug everyone that wins. I was really excited when Jase won, too. I think I hugged you. I did.
But Howie did what he did last year, which was to make it very known that it was like a sigh of relief for himself. Maybe not so much you, because you're just nice and you hugged everybody or whatever. But Howie made it that emphatic, yeah, I'm safe for a week, which leads people to believe that there's a team thing going on.
And you can pretty much ask Howie. He's not a brain surgeon. He'll kind of tell you, I'm with season 6. Like tonight, we were just in the backyard, and he's like, yeah, it's 4 versus 2. What are you going to do? And we're like, which 4? And he's like, George and me, and he's stumbling.
What is he talking about?
He's half joking, but, is there any point in denying that you guys are sort of together for now? We're not fishing or anything.
No, we're not together. We were put in here together. It's like, okay. I don't assume that him and Diane are together in a Nokomis.
I don't either.
Well, they won't be after Thursday, the 3 of them, if they are.
Either.
I don't assume that him and Danielle are together.
So even if they are, that's 2 people. Like if it's him and Diane, that's 2 people because then Nokomis will leave. Or if it's him and Nokomis, it's 2 people. If it's Mike Boogie and I, it's 2 people. You guys are a group of 4, which makes other people very nervous.
Well, that's not my doing. That's the producer's doing.
Once again, whether you admit it or deny it, it's the perception. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. You can say, Will, we're all 4 together, or Will, I hate those guys. The consensus among the house, and my perception is that the 4 of you guys are together.
Well, that's your perception.
Right.
So
right.
You have someone that you want to go after that's not in this room?
Absolutely.
Do you want to share? Or?
Why would I?
Because it can buy you a week. What I'm saying is that if I win HOH next week, I want to come to some agreement that we won't put you up, but 2 members of season 6 will.
Huh?
If you said, I'm going after so-and-so, and we believed you, that in one of us
How do I know you're just not going to go tell that person?
You don't, but...
Here's Kaser pretty much called us up here and said, look, I'd like to buy some time. He said,
you're not telling me anything new. I already know about the whole plan.
Right. But, the whole thing is, of the 4 people in season 6, Kaser just made a brilliant move because he moved to 4th place.
That's great. I don't care.
Okay, I just was coming up to open the lines of communication and see if there's anything you want to discuss. I'm not here to threaten or whatever. I'm comfortable leaving next week. So here's my offer then. If you win HOH, put up that secret person you hate and put me up too. I'm comfortable with that.
What, as a pawn?
As a going home too. It doesn't matter to me. That's why you're not going to meet anyone who's in a situation who's going to come
Oh,
to
seriously,
you.
you don't mind being put up as a pawn?
I don't mind
with
being
this
put up
person?
as a real person going home or as a pawn. Going up doesn't bother me in the slightest. And I'm the only person in the house who can say that. And I feel pretty comfortable making that statement. But the reason I wanted to have this discussion is to say, look, me and only me, I'm coming after people from season 6 if I win HOH. And I want you to feel comfortable, even though we're not buds and we haven't had a lot of interaction, I want you to feel comfortable that it's not you.
That you're going after?
Right.
Then who are you going after?
Well, I didn't want it to be Howie, but he's the one who just sits in the backyard picking, and if you have a conversation with him, he pretty much kisses anyone's butt who will listen. So for me, you know, if he wants to make it personal, I'm going to stay one more week, and I'm going to try to take Howie out. And he knows it.
I'm like absolutely shocked.
Shocked at what?
I mean, out there in the cosmos.
Well, there's no point in sneaking around. I think
I just don't want to be in a house of whispers where people pretend like things aren't happening. So whether or not people are in alliance, there's a million alliances here I don't know about. But there's a group of 4 that it's my contention are together. No one's going to be able to convince me otherwise. If I win HOH, you're cool by the pool. But I'm going to have no choice but to go after people from season 6.
Well, of course, right now I feel like there's like warring factions. It's you guys, and it's the 4. It's you guys because you guys have been like so up, like crazy and outward, and like, I don't need the money, I'm just here to hang out, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense for people to keep you because if you guys get further in the game, if I'm sitting on the jury next to you, I think
you'll win.
Somebody's going to give me the money over the 2 rich guys.
Yeah, so we want to keep you.
Well,
but now you can't because we're coming after you.
You have to win
Trying to get rid of me.
first.
it's cool. We're just you know what the part of it for us too is, and I think this is what makes us different is that our minds just work differently in that we're trying to be part of a bigger thing, which is the show. And it's not going to be much of a show. Last year was a fucking show. And that's why 4 of you were voted in here. You guys blew up the fucking spot, and it was awesome. And I don't want to be... I like you guys. That's the difference, and I think you guys actually enjoy... You know, we joke around. It's not the nerd herd versus these people. Like, you guys wouldn't...
Right.
We would all be friends outside of here, I think. And so I'm not trying to make it like a personal war, but I think Will and I think of this show as it's going to be a lot more interesting to a viewer. Maybe other people don't care about that, and I respect that. But that's just kind of where we're coming from, that it's going to be a lot more interesting when that HOH... You know, like last year I used to love the HOHs because it was like you guys had a very vested interest to make sure one of you won it. The other side had a vested interest, and it was fun to watch. I don't want to be season 4 of the All-Stars. It wasn't worth leaving my life to, you know, because I'm probably not going to win. You're probably not. Everybody is probably not going to win. So I did too much to come here to be a part of something that was boring and not entertaining to people. And remember.
So are you saying that you want
I'm not
like
saying
some
that's
sort of
everybody's-
like war or
No.
something for the show, for the viewers?
No, I guess I think what the main thing up here, what Will, you know, wanted to come talk about, and we just came up to shoot the shit, was just 2 people. If we win, I think two people from season 6 would be nominated, and we were just seeing where you stood as an individual. And if you don't want to acknowledge that the 4 of you together and you have somebody else you want to go after, that's cool too, and we'll just go back down and joke around with Howie. You know, it's like, it's not a big deal. We're not trying to put you on the spot or come after you or make threats or this or that. We're just being open that we feel that the 4 people that got voted in here, whether it was the producers or whatever, are a big threat to other people. Like I said, if you're on the jury with someone and they have 3 friends sitting there, I'm not going to have 3 friends sitting there. He's not going to have 3 friends in there. Marcellus is... I mean, you guys could fight and there could be dissension like what happened with Yvette and her crew, but there's a good chance that's not going to happen.
You guys, here's the deal. You guys are in a group of 4. Kaser's trying to move down that list. James will peel off at any second. And Howie, although incredibly loyal, I'm afraid isn't going to be the mastermind of the group. And that's all. I promise you this conversation is the least threatening thing ever. I just want to open the lines of communication and say, look, Janelle, we haven't had a lot of hearts to hearts. I like everyone in this house, and I'm not at a point in my life where I'm trying to make anything personal or hurt anybody in the show. If this is an endurance competition on Thursday, I'll take my button off first. I promise I'll walk